Richie Sunak could find himself in front of the courts. Oh, since the UK government has been asked by the European Court of Human Rights to respond to a number of credible allegations brought by a group of cross-party MPs over alleged, oh, I love where they put that in, alleged, Russian interference in the Brexit Frauderendum. The Labour MP Ben Bradshaw, Green Party MP, Caroline Lucas and Alyn Smith of the Scottish National Party, well, they've lodged a claim with the Strasbourg court after a High Court in London actually rejected the case back in 2021. Surprise, surprise, there was no Conservatives in that group. And while you're here, please boop the old like button. And there will be a secret word at the end of this video. And if you want to support the channel, you can do that on Patreon or buy us a coffee. And the link's down below in the description. And it is very much appreciated as it is. Well, they say, the failure of the government to investigate credible allegations of interference in the UK electoral system or to have in place a legislative and, a policy framework that will identify and protect against interference in the UK electoral system. Now, this breaches its obligations under Article 3 of Protocol 1 to the European Convention on Human Rights, which they signed up for, which protects the right to free and fair elections. And no, the European Court of Human Rights has got nothing to do with the European Union. Well, in a letter to the group of MPs, the European Court of Human Rights, yes, they responded and accepted the claim through the first stage of the court's process. And it says it now requires the United Kingdom government, to respond to 5 questions by the end of April. Well, I think you'll have a word with your Alexander Boris Steffel Johnson. And the questions would be, are you in the pockets of Russian oligarchs? Is there a Russian stooge in the House of Lords? Did the Tories get a 2 million quid bung from a Russian's wife? Oh, have you ever been bribed to play tennis recently? Oh yeah, and did you bury the Russia report? Well, in a statement, a number of half-decent MPs have been warning about Putin's real intent for more than 10 years. But it was ignored by Alexander Boris Steffel Johnson, who unlawfully failed to act following a report by Parliament's Intelligence and Security Committee, which found the government was slow to recognise the existence of the threat. Now, he's never going to grass up his old buddies, though, is he? No, of course not. Well, it does make me wonder if his supportive words for Ukraine were, quite frankly, empty. Well, Putin's long-term strategy has always been to destabilise and divide Western democracies, and nothing that's happened in recent British history that has destabilised our relationship with Europe. Well, that's Brexit. Yeah. And that Frauderendum. Well, Russian actors and bots doing their bit to push that anti-EU narrative. And the lack of thinking numpties who put that cross in the wrong box. Yeah. Well, as such, there is no integrity in British politics anymore, no. While we allow our democratic systems and our electoral processes to be infiltrated by Russia and Putin and other hostile state actors, whose active strategy is to disrupt and destroy democracy globally. Well, I do wonder, though, if the European Court of Human Rights finds the government breached the rules, those naughty boys and girls, well, what can they actually do? Chuck them out of the European Court of Human Rights? Well, I'm sure the right-wing nut jobs will love that. I know Mark Francois wouldn't, Andrew Bridgen, the anti-vaxxer nut job. I'll be a bit surprised. Anyway, like I said, there's a secret word at the end of this video. And that secret word was from a film about Russian corruption and drugs and stuff. It's an old film from 1988. It's called Red Heat. And it had Arnie Schwarzenegger in it and is it James Belushi? Yeah. It was quite a funny film. And that film is Red Heat. So the secret word of today happens to be 2 words. Quite easy to spell. Redheat. Is that patronising or what? Leave it in the comments down below. Then I know if you got to the end of the video. Anyway, honestly, what do you think about this? Because it's what would be the outcome if they're found to be guilty? And you probably know this, and I'm going to say it again. We're planting trees. We're planting lots and lots of trees. We're planting at least 1,000 trees on 2 hectares of land here in France, and it's our bit, give back to the environment, what have you, but also create habitats for animals, what have you. So we're giving up 2 hectares of land, and if you want to be part of that, you can contribute and basically buy a tree. And we'll plant a tree on your behalf, but I'll also make a sign, a bit like these. I'll take them off there, just so it'll be a bit easier than clumping this thing like this, wouldn't it? Yeah, there you go. Like those signs, be like those sort of things. And they'll on woodwork, you see. So I'll make signs, put them with the trees. It could be your name, or maybe it's in remembrance of a loved one, what have you, or a pet, or what have you. But also meant bat boxes, bird boxes, hedgehog houses, and stuff like that. Habitats for animals, basically. But also, over 1,000 trees. We think it's a good idea anyway. Even if you don't. Anyway, ta-ta, and remember, down below in the comments, Red Heat. Ta-ta.